Hi there, I am Tarot Geek and I am getting excited for spooky season, and I have a bunch of decks that are really fun to use during spooky season, and I wanted to show you some of my collection. And I have some different categories. I have just kind of ghosty ones, and I have some vampire ones, and have witchy decks, and I have some decks that are kind of related to bones and things. So I might just do several videos showing you all the different spooky season decks. And I am going to start with the Ghost Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. Scarabeo, I'm not sure how to say it correctly. Anyway, this is a beautiful deck, and it is perfect for October and November. And I'll just flip through it a little bit. I did not put all of these back in order. I tried to do some of them, and then it just was too much. So some of them are not back in order. But I just think this is a gorgeous deck. And it's just ethereal and beautiful and mass market and easy to get. So I always enjoy the ones that are mass market that totally work. And this one, for me, totally works. Very fun deck. And it's traditional RWS with a twist. Isn't that a beautiful card? And I love this one too. And this one is so gorgeous. This is the Strength card. Just beautiful. I don't remember if I showed this in my mass market decks. I don't think I did. Oh, and this is such a cool card, the Three of Wands. The Five of Swords with the shadow figures. And the Six of Swords, leaving in the boat, and the ethereal being rowing them away. Queen of Swords. Judgment. Four of Wands. Five of Cups. Six of Pentacles. I can do a walkthrough of this deck. I don't see it used much, but it's lovely. All right. Oh, and the wheel card in this deck is so beautiful. So that is the Ghost Tarot. Lo Scarabeo deck, and it does come with a guidebook, but it's a small little guidebook. And of course, it's the typical kind where it has all the languages in it. Well, not all, but a lot of languages. Okay, next one is Raven's Prophecy Tarot, and this is another mass market deck and another gorgeous deck. And this one feels very Halloween-y because of its orange borders. And this is a very popular deck. And for good reason. It's just an absolutely beautiful deck. And even if you haven't read the stories, the Raven's Prophecy stories, you could still use this deck just fine. It does tie in, and if you've read the series, you do notice a lot of things going on in the deck that are tied to the books. Look at that hermit. Anyway, absolutely beautiful. I love that Seven of Wands. So cool. It is really fun. And it's simple enough that it's just with these black backgrounds. Almost all of the cards have some kind of black background. There's a few that don't, but it's a powerful deck and just lovely and perfect for this time of year. And that is the Raven's Prophecy. It comes in a big box, and I don't have the box out here. All right. And I have a little Moonlit Fae bag for it with ravens on it. All right, next deck is also a mass market deck, Tarot of Haunted House. And I have used this deck the last 2 spooky seasons, but weirdly, I didn't know about it before. I think I got it maybe in 2021, maybe around my birthday, which is in September. And then I used it that Halloween and the next Halloween, and this will be my third Halloween Samhain using this deck. But I just had never seen it before that. And then all of a sudden, I was at just a little metaphysical shop, and it was sitting there, and I grabbed it. So great. And I think it's a Sasha Graham deck. Oh, isn't that a powerful card? And it follows Raven through, that's the character's name, through this whole story. And it's kind of this romantic story where she goes to this haunted house and all the challenges she goes through, and how she becomes like stronger in the end. So it's really great and really fun. And it's a storytelling deck. Oh, and look at the crabs coming up from the water. So it's a little bit different than your standard deck, and there's a little bit of twists in here. Even though it kind of follows traditional, there's always like a little extra in this deck. And it just follows a story that is perfectly fitted to the tarot. And this is the maid, and she's got her knife there, and that's where she's leaving because she's done for a while. And then she's and that's the butler. Yeah, anyway, well worth getting this deck if you like the art. And then there's Raven spying on these two in the Lovers card. Because it's pretty fun to use, and it's totally reasonable price. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the High Priestess here. I mean, I always love the High Priestess. It's one of my favorite cards. And I like a lot of the depictions of it. I always enjoy the Moon card too. I enjoy looking at it. I don't necessarily enjoy getting it. Anyway, that is the Haunted House Tarot. Mass Market Los Scarabeo deck. Very fun deck. Highly recommend it. Okay, I'm going to show you the Stokes Gothic Tarot. And this deck is a Mass Market deck. It's a Fournier deck. I did put this one back in order because I think this one's easier to look at if it's in order. So we have a lot of dragons in this deck, and it's kind of witchy and dragony and fairy and just all things combined. Some magical portrayal of things in this magical world. Isn't that a cool Justice? And I love Anne Stokes' art. Oh, I love the Medusa card. So pretty. And the star. the moon, the sun, judgment, the world. Look at this Ace of Cups. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and it's a pip deck, 4 of Cups, which is great in this. 5 of Cups, it is always 1 cup. And then that goes through the 10s, and then here's the court cards. There's the Knave, the Knight, the beautiful Queen, and the magnificent King. And then this is the Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Comes with a little guidebook. 3 of Pentacles. So interestingly, like the Pentacles do have 5 and the Cups have 1 cup, but you know, that's okay. Knave, Knight, Queen, a little scary there, King. And I love this Ace of Swords. Beautiful. 2. And then the feathers. There's however many feathers the card is. So it goes up to 10. You got 10 feathers there. And then you've got your Knave, which is gorgeous angel. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. King of Swords, and obviously the swords are angels. And then the wands are gorgeous. And then you have the pips for the wands. All the way up to 10. And then your Knave, your Knight, your Queen, and your King. And that is the Stokes Gothic Tarot. The next deck I'm going to show you is the Zombie Tarot, and excuse your tail. I don't have the box for it out here. I have a Tiki Peggy bag from Sparks Creation, so nothing could be better than this bag for the deck, so I got rid of the box. I don't even think I have it anymore. I might. Good luck later. So it's the Zombie Tarot. This is a mass market deck. And, excuse my cat's tail. Try to get it out of the way there. This is such a great deck, and I'm sure everybody has this deck and you've seen it around a million times. But it is such a fun deck. And it is just quirky and cute. And I love the Hermit, where she's just chilling with her chocolate and her little light, and all the zombies are trying to get in, and she just doesn't care. And then Judgment, and we have the bullet coming down like a bomb here, and yeah. So it's got humor, but it's got some seriousness to it too, and it's kind of making fun of how we are just oblivious to things. And some things just happen right in front of us and we're just completely unaware. But I think this is very, very well done. It's very thick. The cardstock's thick, but it still shuffles nice. It's just a fun deck. And I mostly only use it this time of year, but you could definitely use it anytime. I love that the magician is a scientist. I think it's cute. And this is just so sweet, but it's scary at the same time. Hanged Man. 4 of Hazards. Yes, his ears plugged. Knight of Hazards. King of Swords. Instead of swords, he's got his guns. 7 of Swords, they're just falling down the stairs. She's kicking him. The Devil. Cigarette machine. King of Wands, guy's like drilling a hole through the bone. 4 of Cups, the zombies there with him on her lap. King of Cups here, underwater, clearly dead. Ace of Cups with the brain. The undead are victorious. 6 of Wands. The Page of Hazard, it's a little boy that's a zombie. 8 of Wands with the bones. Queen of Cups. 3 of Hazards. the Emperor, the World, 5 of Hazards, Knight of Cups. Sorry, somebody just came out here, and so I got distracted. 9 of Cups here with the guns, the Moon, 3 of Cups with the Dead Bride, 8 of Swords. Anyway, very, very cool deck. This is the back. I even like the backs of these. And the book fits in my bag. It's great. This is a mass market deck and very fun. And then I'm going to show you the Zombie Oracle. And I tried to separate these back into 2 decks because there's like 1 and 2. And so I got some of them mixed in together. Anyway, here's the first one, and these are the backs. These, I think, are on Make Plain cards, and I got these before they had the linen edition, and now you can get them in linen, so it's way nicer. So that's the first version. This is, I think it's might be called Zombie Oracle A and B. I will try and link everything down below so that you have it. This is a great deck, and it was somebody that was like, I wanted a deck like this, but it wasn't out there, and so they just made it. And I love the writing on it. It's really cool and just really nicely done. And I've had this one for a long time. I think I saw it on Lisa Papez's channel. I don't know if it was a year or 2 ago. And I think I had this version at that time, but I hadn't used it as much, and then I started using it more when I saw it on her channel. And then, I don't know, maybe, was it a year or 2 ago, the second version came out, and I got that one. So this is the first version. It's great, and I will just show you some of the second. I did separate them into first 1 and 2 so you could kind of tell. They're slightly different. Real peace, learning, leadership, guidance, nurture, technology. Now you can actually get these decks combined and in linen. I mean, I would love to have them in linen, but distrust. But now for me to go back and get them both again doesn't make sense unless I could somehow trade somebody that wanted this. Maybe I could sell it for half off or trade it for something, and then I could get the linen ones. But for now, this is what I have. In reality, I'll probably just keep these and never get another one. And then the other day, I think somebody said there's minis or something, and I think they're linen too. So I think you can get a combination of the mini decks. These are kind of big and more, you know, like, here's my Blood Moon Tarot. And like you can see that there's quite a bit of difference. So they're pretty big, but they're, you know, kind of that standard oracle size. Anyway, sorry about my cat's tail in the video all the time. I've been trying to get him to move, and he's just not gonna move. This is the best it's been. I've had to redo this like 3 times because he keeps laying in the middle of my area. And he just wants to be part of the video. I get it. So the backs are the same on both decks, and then normally I'll just shuffle them together. But I just wanted to kind of show you the difference. So, you know, you can just draw a card. Denial. These are easy to read because they have the keywords on them. And sometimes I'll pair this with the Zombie Tarot. So I'll show you what that's like. So it's kind of fun because they have the same vibe. Let go in between the Page of Swords and the Emperor. Three of Hazards, Solution, Seven of Wands. Queen of Cups, Overreacting, Page of Wands. Eight of Wands, Nightmares, and the Eight of Cups. Page of Hazards, Boredom, and the Ace of Swords. Six of Wands, Lost Alliances, and Death. Ace of Cups, No Need to Run Anymore, Knight of Swords. King of Cups, Community, and the Fool. I'll show you one more. Four of Cups, Healing, and the Sun. So anyway, they're fun. They're great spooky season, Halloween decks. I think the Zombie Tarot is just incredible. Really, really nicely done. And I have to say, I do love the bag. That tiki bag that it's in. It's great. And then I have the Zombie Tarot in the witchy bag. I mean, maybe I should have chose a zombie, but it's been in this bag now for a while, so I just use it. All right, next I will show you the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. And I have this one in a bag, not its box too. It's a Moonlit Fae bag that matches. I love the Nightmare Before Christmas. So I love this deck too. It is it's a Minerva Siegel deck, and I know illustrated by Abigail Larson, that they have done, excuse me, I was almost ready to sneeze. They've done a lot of things and had some pip decks. Yeah, my deck's kind of dirty here. But anyway, this is 5 of Needles, 10 of Potions. I like the pips, and I just like this deck. And I also love the Nightmare Before Christmas. I have this huge live Sally doll that I always bring out. And I used to leave it out all the way from Halloween to Christmas, but it scares everybody. So now I just bring it out before Halloween. But I just love the Nightmare Before Christmas movie. I watch it every year. 8 of Potions. I love this deck. It's mass market. 9 of Presents. I was so excited when I got this deck. 10 of Presents, and I still enjoy it to this day. And I love Abigail Larson's art, Queen of Candles. So like, this is very fitting for this art style. Knight of Potions, 4 of Presents, Queen of Needles, 4 of Candles. And this has been out a while. I'm sure you've seen it, but Page of Candles, 5 of Candles. It's still kind of fun to get all these out and show you my spooky season decks, because I am trying to go through my collection, and it's nice to have a record of everything. I'm trying to separate everything out, kind of keep them in sections. The Emperor, 3 of Presents. Isn't this a great Chariot card? I love this Chariot card. I think it's just so sweet. Page of Needles, 4 of Needles, Knight of Needles, the Hermit, the Hanged Man, 2 of Candles, the Empress. This is a trippy Empress card, but this is what we have. It's kind of fun. And I like this Sun card with Jack and Christmas lights. I just thought this was a cool Sun card. The Devil, what a perfect Devil. 9 of Potions. I like the potions in this deck. Oh, I should show you my potion deck. That would be fun. 8 of Candles, 8 of Presents, the Moon. What a beautiful moon. I always love this scene. 9 of Needles. Oh, I love this King of Candles. Isn't that great? 4 of potions, and I love the potions. 5 of presents. I just kind of like how they did this. King of needles, the world, Ace of presents, 5 of potions, 9 of candles, 10 of needles. Sally's the high priestess, which I love. I love Sally. 3 of candles. Okay, got them flipped around here. Yeah, maybe only some of them. 3 of needles. 6 of candles. The lovers, Jack and Sally. Love that. Makes me want to go watch this again right now. 6 of potions. Great justice, Jack there. Page of potions. Temperance. What a great temperance card. You can tell I really like this deck. 10 of candles, 2 of needles. Anyway, I won't go through it all. 8 of potions, but it's great and I enjoy it. And it's one of those decks that I want to keep forever because it's meaningful to me, even though it's easy to get and everything. I would still just keep it in my collection even if I wasn't using it for the moment, rather than replace it, because I would always worry I might not be able to get another one. Okay, next we'll look at the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. I do like this deck. It is a little modern for me sometimes, and it has some different spreads that are on cards here, which is kind of cool. And some of the cards I really like, but then some of them feel a little bit modern. And this is the guidebook. And this is a deck by Serefina, Mesa, artwork by Kat Amsel. Okay. So I do like the way that they have, like, this is the scavenger, and then keywords: desperation, scarcity, waning. The white oak, healing, versatility, endurance. The witch's hour, spirit work, mystery, the unknown. As above, so below, duality, balance, and flow. Blood moon, beginnings, ending, and clean slates. And this is kind of cool because right now we are working with clean slates in Don Michelle's Facebook and YouTube group in our monthly medicine. So this card just resonates for me right now. This might be a fun deck to use this month. But I like clean slates and starting over. And sometimes in life you just need to do that. The cold moon, stillness, abundance, and withdrawal. Death Valley. I like the Death Valley card. We used to spend a lot of time in Death Valley, going out to Scotty's Castle when I was a kid. Emptiness, hopelessness, challenges. You can't go out to Scotty's Castle anymore because the road's closed. They are redoing it. But what a beautiful area. And Scotty's Castle is so cool. But I don't know, maybe it was 5 or 6 years ago, a while ago, they had a really bad flood and it completely washed out the road and messed up the castle and everything. So here's one of the modern cards. Third Eye Blind, ignoring intuition, self-doubt. What's another card about spreads here? But you know, you see how modern it is. And so sometimes this kind of takes me out of the world when I see really modern depictions of humans. I kind of like the scenic cards more. Sacred Law, rituals, boundaries, and practice. Snow Moon, rest, recovery, planning. Spirit Matter, paradox between realms, equilibrium. Predator and prey, chasing, grasping, obsession. Prophecies, revelations, insight, messages. I do really like the artwork. Raven and Wolf, symbiosis, combined effort, alliance. And this is Sacred Mountain, ancestors, endurance, and resilience. I like that card. Spring rain, cleansing, renewal, metamorphosis. The hatchling, innocence, inner child, curiosity. Eye of Odin, I love this one. Sacrifice, knowledge, and new perspective. Inner guardian, protection, defense, and refuge. Lunar eclipse, spiritual changes, internal evolution. Memory and mind, guidance, analysis, application. Ocean tides, individuality, strength, and formlessness. Phases of the moon, impermanence, enlightenment, and cycles. Here's another modern depiction. The Pathfinder, intelligence, keen insight, premonition. And another one, awakening, epiphany, enlightenment, higher calling. I like this one though. Mischief and mayhem, freedom, surrender, abandon. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to take all these cards like this out. Autumn works, new paths, changes, unseen forces, because it doesn't always, to me, fit with the rest of the deck. And I really, really like this deck. And even this one, even though there's a old depiction of like the bird nose that we used to see in medicine when people were trying to avoid tuberculosis, or doctors were, and it actually worked, believe it or not. The chameleon, adaptability, shape-shifting, and conformity. And then we come into these just too modern, too jarring from the other cards for me. Summer of fire, passion, creativity, desire, and then we go back. I could just maybe take those out. And then just mostly, because I really think the art is beautiful, and I really like the rest of the cards. For some reason, I don't want the humans in this. Wolf Moon, restoration, incubation, growth. Winter's Bone, reflection, transformation, and rebirth. And I actually end up not using this deck because I would prefer not to get the humans in this deck. So maybe I'm just going to try taking them out and just using it without them. I think that might work. Winding Roots, ancestral connection, earthly wisdom. And some of them I don't mind. Like this one I don't mind. Underworld, the shadow realm, reincarnation. I guess because they're dead and they don't look alive. But then we have this one who's very much alive. Even though it's pretty in a deck full of people, it might be okay. I just don't like it in this deck. Setting Sun, depression, habit, suffering. Don't want this one in there. Bleeding Heart, rawness, vulnerability, compassion. Don't want this one in there. Poisons and toxins, fear, negativity, doubts. Okay, I'm complaining too much. But isn't this pretty? Like, this is just so pretty. But I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time reading these words. I'm not even sure what this says. Can't remember. Let me look it up. I think they're in order, so... TR. Treachery, betrayal, mistrust, deception. Okay, that's a cool card. Okay, this one I kind of like, just because the eyes look like somebody's in a meditative state. I don't like that one. Okay. Anyway, I also don't love the ones that are too bright. Like this one is too bright for me. So I think I'll just take some cards out of this deck, and yeah, it won't be as thick, but that's okay. I think I'll use it more if I do that. So that's the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle, and I'm sure there's tons of people that think it's great the way it is. That is just my own weird, this is the book. I don't know if I showed that. The book's great. It's just my own preference for things. Okay, I'm going to show you the Earth and Bone Oracle card, Sirian Shadow. I love this deck. It is dark, and I wish the card, the way that it came was that the images were slightly lighter, just because I think it's a little bit hard to see And yeah, I use it mostly this time of year, but I use it other times too. I do really like all of the art and the depictions of everything. I just wish I could see it a little more. Sage, harmony, acceptance, calm, serenity, patience. So this deck, so I don't know if you can tell, but like there's like a blood red moon, and then there's a vulture, and then there's a skull, and then it looks like maybe there's trees and blood and things, but it is a little bit hard to see, but it is really beautiful. So maybe at some point if they redo this and make it lighter, I'll probably get that copy. Trinity, but like all the cards are cool in here. Flow, recovery, moving on, finding peace. Migration, serpent, rebirth, nonconformity. This is another one that I don't know if you can tell, but it's really dark. Fate, cycles, alignment, opportunistic events, the pack, inner work, deep connections, the key. Oh, this would probably go good with the Hecate deck. Inner calling, sorcerer, apprentice. It's just really beautiful. Conjure, shadow. And I guess, you know, with this, you could just use it with a lot of light shining on it. That would be an option. Cage, meadow. I wouldn't get rid of this deck because I do think it's a really cool shadow deck. Nest, surrender, wayfarer, adversary, crossed, ascension, spectrals. Oh, this is another beautiful card. So pretty. Roots. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is also just gorgeous. Visionary, beast. Might be hard to see that. Stoicism, heart, time, warrior, portal, enchanter, beloved, the stand. You can see that one pretty well. Oh, I just realized my cat made my video go sideways because he's grooming himself. Rider and cover. So part of this video is going to be a little bit of a mess. Prudence, blood moon, shelter, and burrow. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to stop and reset this.